Okay, glad you all could make it. I've got everything ready for our second annual Teachers Fantasy Draft. The first semester is over, which means the regular season is upon us, and now it's time to pick the teams. Same rules as always. We're picking 2 rounds plus 1 flex, and this is the TPR league.
What's TPR?
Well, it's kind of like QBR, but TPR. This stands for Teacher Performance Rating. It goes like this. Teachers are awarded 3 points for the number of lessons they fit into a week, divided by the number of students that skip their class every day, plus the number of write-ups they give out, multiplied by the hours of homework they give, divided by the number of minutes they go over each class, and if they let out late for lunch, especially on cookie day, you automatically lose for the week.
Okay, well now I completely understand.
I'm glad. I'm going to need a team name from everybody, so let's hear them.
Well, I'll go ahead. I will take the Cornerstone Cougars.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I've got to go with the Metro Station Steelers.
Well, then I'll be the Dub Pack Dubs.
Well, I mean, guys, since it's not taken, I guess I'll go with the Reverend Rick Rangers.
Great.
So
I mean,
good.
yeah,
Good.
great names as always, guys. Let's get into round 1. We're on the first shall be last system here since we're all Christians. So, Jacob, since you brought up the reel last year, you've got the first pick. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Summing, just plain and simple.
Oh, absolutely. Great.
No surprise. Goes first every year.
Best TPR in the league. Very passionate.
Who can forget his students love him? I mean, has the best applause rate at the school, lets his students out on time on cookie day. Also, he has a telescope. Do y'all know anybody else in this school that has a telescope?
I could not agree more. Carson, you're on the clock.
All right, she's not as good as the first pick, but I'm going to have to go with Miss Sharon Aceta for many different reasons. Even though she doesn't teach a foreign language, she's a great translator for Miss Davis. What a miracle worker.
That's true. I mean, who can translate words like bottoms up and elevator pass? Like, what in the world?
Okay, I guess I'm next. Going to have to go a little different route here. Then I'm going to go with Mr. Ronnie Plyler.
Very surprising.
I mean,
Such a man of God, always willing to give the invocation at any sporting event, and never cares who wins or loses. He's got a sermon prepared whenever you need one.
Yeah, but he always loses points for injuring students' shoulders.
that's true. Like, just a couple weeks ago, I was at lunch getting ready for a wrestling match, and boom, I was out for like 2 weeks.
All right, yeah, that is his one drawback, but still an effective team captain.
I've got to go with Bobby Girard.
Whoa, dude, that is a reach.
Honestly.
Okay, but hear me out. He always scores big when it comes to keeping his students' attention.
Hey, pay attention.
Sorry, Mr. Gerard.
Also, he gets bonus points for his musical ability. I mean, have you seen that man on guitar?
He sings like an angel.
Amen.
That he does.
That's true.
All right, Jed, since we're doing the snake draft, you'll get the first pick of the second round.
All right, I'm going to have to go with a pitcher from Nyack College in Connecticut. You know him as Coach Ashlock.
Great pick.
Great
I mean,
pick.
the man always starts the day off with, "For today," and then proceeds to tell you exactly what you're going to do in class that day. It's a great way to, like, you know, already have your class laid out for you. Everything's very organized. And, I mean, nothing gets me going like smelling that oatmeal and egg breakfast in the
That's
morning.
true.
But, I mean, really? Ashlock always gets deductions for teaching that Rocky ended the Cold War.
Are you kidding me? That's true.
Yeah, it is true. That's where you're wrong. Rocky did in the Cold War when he defeated Ivan Drago.
Anyway, I've got to go with Miss Zinkowski. I mean, what? I mean, come on now.
Mediocre pick at best.
She has the highest remaining TPR with 20 plus hours of homework a week. Who can forget the endless outlines? Somehow, she manages to fit in all that homework and still retain a 95% student attendance rate. I mean, that's just hard to believe.
And she
True.
always converts in the red zone.
What's the red zone?
You know those, like, last 30 seconds of class where teachers try to, like, cram a bunch of homework in on you?
Yeah, I can't say I miss that class, but I do miss mutilating those frogs.
All right, Carson, who you got?
This is tough, but I'm going to have to go with Mr. Burnett. Me and him relate so much. I mean, we both dress trendy, and he relates to all the other kids.
I mean, the man wears a toboggan no matter how hot it is outside. Now that's cool.
And he gets beard points.
Oh, that's a valid point, and I just picked him for the life lessons.
Now that I'm up, dude, I can't believe she's still up there, but I'm gonna have to go with Miss Amy Davis.
Woo!
Great pick.
Just disco.
Just disco. I mean, finally. Her teaching methods are completely radical. If it weren't for her phrases, math would just be a bunch of random numbers and formulas. She definitely keeps her students' attention week to week.
Dude, I agree. Second Calc 5, enter. More poetic words have never been spoken.
That's true, and no one can forget elevator pass.
Or put the B where it belongs. Also a good one.
That's my fish, y'all. That's my
And
fish.
she's the best in the school when it comes to the 2-minute drill.
What's that?
You know those first 2 minutes of class when the teachers have to get their students in the door, in their seat, quiet, ready to learn?
Her students are hardly in the classroom before she's yelling, "Hey, when y'all get in Miss Davis's classroom, you better put your phones up and do your do now."
Okay, it's time for the third and final round. You all know how this works. We have to pick one quality from at least 3 of the remaining teachers to make a super teacher. Jacob, you're up first.
Well, you know, I've got to go with Mr. Morgan's Spotify playlist. Also, Mr. Mac's passion. Have y'all heard him talk about a Whataburger? I mean, come on. And then Miss Hayes' movie days. You know, those days where you just sit and relax.
I think I want to go with Coach Parker's ability to pull a sermon out of thin air. Miss Lockridge's
Amen.
ice cold classrooms, and Mr. Risley's supersonic hearing.
His hearing over his ability to compute intense math equations right in his head.
Well, I went with this head calculator last year, but it didn't complement my lineup very well.
I've got to go with Miss Lorenz's annotations,
That's a big point scorer
We
right
love
there.
annotations.
Coach Plyler's godly son Brett,
Okay.
Amazing.
A saint.
and Mr. Owen's teenage boy voice cracks.
I've got to go with Senora Monza's Cafecitos. Okay?
Yes, okay.
Mr. Risley's pencil sharpener.
That actually is the best sharpener in the school. I like that.
Sharpens them right up.
And Miss Hargett's Rachel Cruz DVD collection.
Oof, dude, don't even get me started on Rachel Cruz now.
All right, guys, great job. Like all the picks. Remember, if your teacher's out, you're going to be automatically starting their substitute, but expect way less performance.